Thanks so much. The Listening Lounge is a new Fox Soul series showcasing authors and their audiobooks focused on self-help, personal finance, and more. And today we have Ms. Jacinth Headlam. She's a recently featured author, and she's also an actress, a filmmaker, a motivational speaker, and more. Jacinth is here now to talk more about her journey from trauma to triumph, from her memoir, Love After, her documentary, her upcoming movie, and more. If booked and busy was a person, is Jacinth. So thank you for squeezing us in.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored. I'm such a blessing.
When you hear about all the things you have going on, particularly at this point in your life, how does that make you feel?
I feel honored. Like, I'm just grateful because it's like this could have happened to anyone else, but God chose me. You know,
for
so I feel
such a time as this.
Like,
yes.
I feel worthy, you know?
Talk about your book. I know it's a really good memoir, and you really go there in terms of what you've experienced. You even talk about the divorce that you went through. What are the major takeaways you want people to walk away with after reading it?
Absolutely. I feel, for me, love after is like, there's love after your divorce, heartbreak, you know, molestation, whatever, your abuse, your addiction, that there's love after, that you can rise again, that there's purpose after your pain, you know. So your setbacks, it doesn't disqualify you. You know, it prepares you to propel forward. You know, it prepares you for your next. So I think that's one thing I want people to know.
Yeah, and it really set you up for all that we were talking about here, because you were sharing with me during the break that you always had this dream in the arts. But during your marriage, you're a mom too, you kind of put your visions to the side, to the back burner for the sake of family.
Because, you know, that's all I knew, you know, was how to be a wife, how to be a mother, and I was just there. I wasn't really living, I was existing, reactive. You're just doing what you have to do to get by, you know? And now I'm a living, honey. I am breathing.
You're a living and thriving. Moving now to Love After Holiday, and I know it's based in part on your book as well, and it is going to premiere on BET later this year. But what I found most interesting so far on it is that it premiered at the iconic Apollo Theater. So what was that like?
Iconic.
Yes. Legendary.
I grew up watching the Apollo, and to have my film at the Apollo, like, I was like, okay, this is what the dream is all about, living the dream. And I'm so happy that it's a reality. It's my reality now.
It's really the first sign that you've arrived. I went to the Apollo Theater for the first time 2 years ago, and I touched the ground. I rubbed the rocks, I rubbed the tree stump as well, because I could not believe that I was there. It's been a great starting point for so many careers. I mean, way back in the decades, especially a lot of the Motown acts, they all started out of there, out of the Apollo. And so you have this film that's coming out, and you got Malik Yoba in it. So what was it like, you know, getting him to sign on?
To sit across, you know, Malik Yoba, a legend, and, you know, he have his directorial hat on. He's like, okay, we need some greenery over there. Where's set design? And he was just like, just went into like, you know, just that mode. And I'm just like, he's so legendary. To just have him as my therapist, for me, it was just an aha moment. Like, I grew up watching a bobsled team.
I grew up watching New York Undercover.
New York Undercover. I was like, oh my goodness. Even Trina, the rapper, played my boss, Minerva. Jeremy Meeks, you know, played my husband, well, ex-husband in the movie. So I'm excited.
You are, and you should be. And so Listening Lounge, I know that just wrapped. So you're kind of like my media sister, our media sister, being on Fox Soul. So that must have been cool too as well, working through that
I'm
process.
grateful. Thank you for Aaron, you know, for everything that he does. At Fox Soul.
Well, before I let you go, I know that you work with young people, particularly those in marginalized communities, of getting them engaged in the arts. Why is that so important?
For me, you know, I know what it's like to be an artist and not feel seen or recognized, and that's my way of just dropping a little seed, a little nudge, you know, to keep going. So if through my Inner Star, my nonprofit organization, I teach filmmaking, I teach, you know, on-camera confidence through my Glow program, you know, and it's just to just help the next generation, our next, you know, rising trailblazers.
And even if they don't go into the arts, I mean, you're talking to someone who loves theater, and I did theater, and I think some of those things that I learned way back then play a role in what I do every day in delivering news and information. So thank you, Jacinth, for coming. Congratulations. I can't wait to see the movie. I saw the trailer. I can't wait for the movie later this year.
I can't wait for you all
on
to see it.
BET, but that's where you all can stay in the know. I know you have family ties here as well.
Yes.
So hopefully you'll come back and visit us soon.
Absolutely. I'm ready.